I'm Moise Hemphiabis here, and ignore the gown, I am completely cold right now. You know, I'm in the hottest room in the house, and I'm cold out my skull. So, bloody hell. Imagine going into another room. But yeah, I'm very cold, so that's why I'm wearing the gown. So today's Q&A, you know, for November, and I'm going to start off with H Taste, because I accidentally missed his questions last month. Here's a theoretical question. Would you rather live in Japan but you would have a job there that you hate, pays little money, and you have to work in it for the rest of your life? Or would you rather be successful at music and animation careers the way you want, but you never be allowed to go to Japan? If you had to choose between the two options, which one would you rather choose? Shitty job, but you get to work and live in Japan, or success music and event, but you'd never be allowed to go to Japan? I'd pick success in music and animation, but never be allowed to go to Japan. The situation is, you know, one of the reasons I've always wanted to move to Japan is because I believe that is the place where I probably would be able to get to succeed with music and animation, because I feel Japanese people are more into the stuff I do than majority of people around here. So it'd be kind of odd if I was successful at what I do and then I'm never allowed to go to Japan. It'd be very odd, you know. But whether the place I'd live, I'd rather be successful at music and everything than have a shitty job. Simple as that, really. And second, what would you think if Colosseum and gladiator fights would be brought back today in modern times? If they started to show live events of people fighting to the death on TV in an arena or something, would you be against it? Also, I would like to mention that all the fighters contestants would enter out of their own free will and will fight to the death. Nobody would be forced to do it. The main prize would be something crazy to draw people in the competition. Like, for example, the winner gets £5 billion. Own private tropical island, would never have to pay any taxes or any stuff like that. I'm absolutely sure there's plenty of people that would be willing in the world to fight to death for better lives like that. So would you be against the idea that they started to live broadcast fights to the death, battle royal tournaments on TV? I would be against the idea. You know, as much as, wow, if these people win, they get that type of brilliant prize, as much as I respect people who sign the contract and say, yeah, I'd like to fight and everything and all that, yeah, as much as they put it on the line to entertain people like me, I still want them to go back home to their families. I still want them to, you know, I still want them to live as great folks and, you know, live with what they've achieved, you know. You know, I've got friends who are doing MMA now, yeah, you know, I've become friends here with some professional fighters, and even though, yeah, you know, I usually tell them good luck, they don't need it, even though I'm usually happy to go and watch them fight and everything, yeah, you know, I'm still their friends, and even if they lose, you know, I'm still happy with the way they perform. I won't be happy with the situation that if they lose, it's going to be a situation of, I'm not going to be happy if they lose, yeah, it's going to be a situation of I may never ever see him again. Come on, that is something, yeah. And that broadcasting on TV, wow. The day that happens, boy, that's when you know, yeah, the world has changed dramatically. But no, I wouldn't want to see the gladiatorial fights. I would like to see some of the old school MMA rules come back, even though still might be real damaging to the fighters and may, you know, and more deaths could happen in MMA, which, you know, we want to avoid. But that one is way over the line. But then now we're going to Bloody More J, and he asked, what video are you most proud of and why? Well, it's clearly the Pulsarific Current video because, you know, when I did the Pulsarific Current song, I knew I had loads of ideas for a Pulsarific Current music video, and I never knew, yeah, that it would come out so good to the way I want it. It's definitely your music that shows the type of art style that I like, the type of animation that I like, the way I was able to mix it in with real life filming. It was such a hybrid video. You know, it's still one of the best videos I've done, and I went through so much aggro to get it done as well. There was a lot of fun times, but there was a lot of the stressful times. It's really blatantly the most hardest work that I've ever done. You know, it just feels so sad that the only problem it had for it getting further was just the fact that it wasn't HD. That's the only problem, really. But like I said, though, man, I still enjoyed it. Still that's still my best video. Still definitely got loads of other videos I'm a bit proud with as well. But that one, you can't go wrong with. You can't. It's like, God, isn't it your favourite video from me? Okay. And second, do you think gaming has changed for the worse these days? Usually back in the days, I've always been saying yes, it's changed for the worse, big times and everything like that, yeah. And you know, I'm gonna say yes still. I'm still gonna say yes. There are loads of reasons that I say why it's changed for the worse. Maybe I've been a bit too harsh on some of the words that I may have said, yeah. But I still feel that. But I believe, yeah, game has changed for the worse, yeah. Not just because of designers and that, not just because of what game creators have done and how they just want money and has all become corporate. I think sometimes technology, when it improves, it makes an aspect good, but then it leaves behind a certain aspect which people remember and which has changed everything. I think there's always going to be random changes which we're always going to miss and stuff. Maybe I might try and explain that in a different video, but it is what it is. You know, gaming has changed, whether it's worse or not. Some people are just going to have to. Some people are going to have to suck it up. Some people probably won't, just continue playing retro games, really. So it all depends. Okay, and Stephen Jameson asked, Eminem released his 8th album, the Marshall Mathers LP2, a few weeks ago. It's expected to sell well. What Eminem songs do you like? Okay, someone's at the door. I haven't heard any of the tracks here from Marshall Mathers LP2, but if I want to talk about the other Eminem tracks I definitely like Kim. I definitely like Stan. I also like the Real Sim Sadie. What was songs? I like Cleaned Out My Closet. Without Me is a cool song. And Lose It, Just Lose It. That's a great song as well. Is it? Yeah, that's about it really. The Rap Metal Hero. Yeah, the Rap Metal Hero asks, hi Tim, how are you? So, what songs have you heard by Swedish Mafia, if any? Also, what are some of your favourites and why? I've heard every single release that Swedish House Mafia has done, and my favourite songs here are Save the World, because the chord progression in that song is just absolutely terrific, and I like Don't You Worry Child. Both songs are sung by John Martin. I think John Martin has a great voice. I think collabing with that guy here has done good. You know, he's done a brilliant job for both of them, and I like both the songs. They're really class. So what did you do for Halloween this year? Trick-or-treating? No, I'm not into trick-or-treating. I've just done nothing really. I don't know, Halloween's not really my thing. Mr. Heavy Metal Dude asks, "Hi, how are you? Have you heard of Pendulum? If so, what are some of your favourite songs?" I love that drum and bass band. Now, let's kind of put it this way, yeah. Pendulum, I'm not really sure about their songs, right? Yeah, I like Pendulum, but I'm usually like, oh, it's a new Pendulum song. Yeah, let's go with it. It's like I just like the music, but then I've never really been much of a fan to say that, oh, I know which song is which. Like you tell me, have you heard this song from Pendulum? I might probably have, but I just don't know that's the song. I just know when it's Pendulum. It's like I know the sound of Pendulum, but I don't know what their songs are. It's kind of odd, really. I guess it's just probably because I just like their music, but I'm not really a fan. So, yeah, I can't really ask you. I can't really say to you what's my favourite songs from them. Do you have any of their albums or no? No, I don't. Probably for that same reason. And Martino007 asks, what types of pizza do you like and why? I like barbecue-based pizza because I think barbecue sauce is just great for every pizza, and then the fact that they'll base it with barbecue sauce and not tomato just makes it that much more tastier. And I usually like as much meat on there as possible. Like beef, ham, chicken, and some places do ground beef and all these next different things. In Domino's pizza, they have Domino's herbs that you can add to it, and I think the herbs just really grow that beefy taste randomly. So those are my best pizzas. What kinds of movies do you like and why? I like action movies that has fighting. No, when I mean action movies, I'm not talking about guns and stuff. Yeah, basically I just like fighting movies. Like films that you always will see me watch is stuff like martial art films. I always love Rocky. I always like the boxing films, Raging Bull, and then there's some good MMA films as well, and some just other good martial art films and fighting films like Bloodsport. Those are always my best films, and of course I love Ong Bak. I like Tony Jaa. He's bloody super, just fantastic. Undisputed 2 and 3 were great films as well. So yeah, there's loads of things that I do like when it comes to that. And I like a lot of comedy movies as well. Always, there's some comedy films I like watching, and then I also love a lot of CGI movies from Pixar and DreamWorks. I actually can't wait to see Turbo. That film looks really good. Wreck-It Ralph was fantastic. That was a fantastic film, just phenomenal. Wrestling Machine 9999 asks, what do you find to be the toughest zone in Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and why? I'm going to say probably the Labyrinth Zone, because that was a level I was always getting stuck on. It was a level that I always thought, that when those bubbles come up, and then Sonic drinks bubbles to say, breathes in the bubble, to keep the air going and don't drown. I always believed that in the labyrinth, each one of those bubble things, were more far apart each other than other areas. The thing is, I was playing that game when I was really young, so I probably could be a bit better than it now. Now I'm a little bit more experienced with playing games, but I remember that level being the level that always held me back for a long while. So yeah, I'm gonna say Labyrinth Zone, definitely. And number 2, I think Supersonic in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is classified as cheating, because you are basically invincible for as long as possible, because there is enough rings in the zone for players to keep being supersonic. I mean, an awesome zone like Metropolis Zone, which is arguably the hardest zone in Sonic the Hedgehog history, 2D games only, is ruined because they can spam Supersonic when they get 50 rings and make it easy for themselves when it shouldn't be. Let's face it, without Supersonic players, without Supersonic, players will get their asses destroyed by the badniks that rule Metropolis Zone. Mantis, slicers, shell crab, and tiny ass hitboxes and starfish that explode on the wall. And if the badniks don't kill them, then the obstacles, lava, sprites, crashers will. What do you think about this? Okay, so no zitching me. Okay, alright. For you to get Supersonic by Metropolis mode, yeah, you need to get all of the Chaos Emeralds by then, yeah? Now, this is how I see it. They're not that easy. You know? By the time you got all of the Chaos Emeralds, then you can get the 50 rings and then jump becomes Supersonic. That's not that easy. You know? One of the things I do sort of believe in is once you've put all the hard work in, you deserve to do the game with whatever item they give you. If it's one that will spam and ruin the well, no, I wouldn't say ruin the game, but if it's one that you can spam. Like, here's an example. Resident Evil 5. On that game, you have to work hard to get the infinity ammo, infinity guns, infinity rocket launchers, infinity this and that, infinity, you know. You had to work hard to get all that stuff. And I did. And once I got the infinity rocket launchers and all that, yeah, I managed to clock the rest of the game with it. Like, I can imagine that, I mean, one of the hardest modes in there was the professional mode, which you had to unlock, right? I can imagine somebody trying to do that without infinity guns and stuff. Infinity, it'd be bloody hard as hell. But when you bloody work hard, you know, it's not like you just put a cheat in, like a little cheat code in, and okay, you can put a little cheat code in on Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Yeah. But if you do it properly and really work hard to gain your stuff, yeah, then you can use it. It's like saying, yeah, well, when you have a sword here, you keep on fighting with it to level it up. Now your sword is level 50, so and now you can use it. You'll kill anything now. You know, I believe you've earned it. So I wouldn't classify it as cheating. You know, you say that without Supersonic, players will get their asses destroyed by those things and all that, yeah? I say, if they were able to get Supersonic in the first place, then they probably were good in... if they were good enough to get him in the first place, then maybe that's debatable. So, I'm not sure about that. And JSJ07 asks, there are rumours of Sony reacquiring the Crash Bandicoot series from Activision. Would this be big news for you? And were you a fan back in the day? I wasn't that much of a fan. I mean, I did have Crash Bandicoot 1, 2 and 3. Actually, no, sorry, just 1. 2 and 3, yeah, was what my friend lent me for a very long time, so it felt like I had them, but I didn't. Alright. Crash Bandicoot, yeah, it was a brilliant game. It was a game that was enjoyable, but the franchise went for a ridiculous turn, and they came out with bad game after bad game, and it was just like no one even cared about it anymore. I mean, who were the people behind Crash Bandicoot? Wasn't it Naughty Dog? I mean, I don't even know if they're doing it no more. They're now, I know they're working on what's it called? What's that bloody game on the PS3? The one beginning with a U. Oh, bloody hell. The one that has Nathan Drake in it. Okay, well, you know what I'm talking about, yeah? Yeah, Naughty Dog's, they're working on those games, obviously. I don't know if they're still doing the Crash Bandicoot series. But if they're not, it's explainable why the game's changed so weirdly. I think there was a game called Clash of the Titans where he was controlling some big monsters and everything like that, yeah? I thought that seemed kind of weirdly interesting. I wanted to try that, but I never did. And I just think that, but then I heard that game just got bad reviews after bad reviews. I heard that every Crash Bandicoot game is getting bad reviews, so that's probably a franchise that's kind of dying, so it's not really that much big news to me. Will you be buying the Xbox One or PS4? Which one is a better jump from the last generation? I don't know which one is the better jump from last generation, to be really honest, but I do know I'm buying a PS4. Not yet. I think I'm going to be buying a PS4 May the 5th. And if you guys do your research and everything out here, you'll probably find out why May the 5th. Why specific date? Do your research. Zaid12 says, what do you think about Sony allegedly buying the rights to Crash Bandicoot? Wow, someone here has asked the same question. Rights Crash Bandicoot back, and would you be interested in a new Crash game at all? Sadly, it looks like I've wasted a question for you here because I've just answered that. Do I have anything more to say about that situation? I don't, as it goes. I was into Crash Bandicoot back in the day. You know, I remember playing the first one, enjoying it. I like the second and third one as well, but then, damn. Yeah, like I said, the game just went downhill from there. Sorry, that's the only thing I can answer for that one, since I've answered the question already. What's a game or two you wish you could have experienced back when it was released, but you didn't get to play it long until after its initial buzz? Mine would have been Shenmue or the Dreamcast or Snatcher on the Sega CD. Alright, what games should I have played as soon as they came out? One game I think, yeah, is actually Super Mario Galaxy. You know, I actually went and played that game a little bit when my friend brought it over, and that game is actually not bad. It really isn't. So I don't know why the hell did I just sort of blank that game and left that game. I usually love Mario games, and I don't know what... I mean, I usually love Mario games, the 2D and the 3D ones, so I don't know why the hell did I turn my back on Nintendo much, really. I still haven't even got Galaxy. I haven't even got Super Mario Bros. Wii, and those are two games I should have bloody bought. So yeah, those are games I should have done on the initial buzz. So that's one game, yeah. Super Mario Galaxy. What else? What other game should I have played on its initial buzz? Maybe I'll say Super Mario Bros. Wii as well, as it goes. Yeah, because like I said, those are both games which I think, you know, they are really wicked, and I don't know why the hell did I just leave them behind. And Pippo the Bear asks, are you brave enough? And are you willing to ride this ride? If not, would you do it for a bet? Oh yeah, he gave a link here, so the link is next to his name. And no, I wouldn't. I'm not really a ride sort of person. Yeah, I don't usually go to theme parks. You know, if you want me to admit it, I'm a pussy, and I'm not. And I do have vertigo. I'm definitely afraid of heights. I'm not good at doing rides. So no, I wouldn't ride it, and I probably wouldn't do it on a bet either. You know, you're gonna have to give me something a bit big if I'm going to do that. So yeah, that's all the questions for the Q&A, guys, right? Yeah. Have I got anything to announce at the moment? All right, guys. If you're into MMA, I've joined this MMA group, which is like a fan forum and that, yeah. And I do previews and reviews, yeah, for some of the videos on their YouTube channel. So I'll be uploading videos on their channel about MMA, and it could be the possible one. There could be the possible 1 or 2 videos that will come onto this channel, but anything I do about MMA, it would probably go onto that channel. So the link to that is below as well. So if you're into MMA and you like hearing my videos about MMA, then you can subscribe to the MMA Roundtable, and that's it, guys. Not sure what video I'll come out with next. I've got loads of topics, and I'm thinking of trying to record all in one go and then pastely upload them. we'll see how that goes. I'll have a try with that. So that's it, guys. Yeah. So thanks very much, yeah, and I'll speak to you all later. Love who you are.